What's going on, Tater Tots? Um, this is going to be a continuation of a series I started a while ago on prepping for $20 or less. Um, Basically, it's just affordable things you can do to help prep and get your self-sustaining life going forward. This episode is going to be fishing gear. I like to go fishing. I haven't for a few years. But all of a sudden I have a renewed interest in it because it's an easy way to put food on my plate, and it's a great way just to be outside and enjoy the elements. Also, my grandpa passed away recently, and I shouldn't say he and my family used to go fishing a lot, and it's kind of a way that I want to commemorate him by using the knowledge he taught me to catch myself some din-dins. Anyways, you can do. I'm not gonna say you can buy a fishing pole for $20. I know you can. You might have to search garage sales or something like that. But there's a lot of other things you can get in regards to fishing that are going to be $20 or less. In fact, a good portion of it you can probably get for $20 less. You can get uh, fishing line, sinkers, hooks, all that crap, and bobbers, or maybe even a couple jigs, all that for $20 or less. I'm just going to show you some of the scores I've found. I shop clearance racks. I like clearance racks. And I'm looking over here because that's where the screen is when I flip it over and I'm pointing the camera at myself instead of looking at y'all. So, right quick, I'm going to show you what I got, and a lot of this is I find a lot of jigs and stuff like that. I see, strings sticking out of the water, hooked on a stick, and I'll pull it up and see what I can find. So I also used to go to a lake every year with my family, and there would always be a storm, and on our shore, we were on the east side, would blow up all this crap. So without further ado, this is the stuff I've gotten, and I guarantee you I have spent less than $20 on all of this put together. So let's show you what I got. First thing is the tackle box. Now, this I got from Walmart on clearance. I don't know if this is going to show. It says Walmart $10. If you search the off seasons for these things, you can find them for cheap like that. And I most certainly found this one for cheap. It was a pretty good deal in my opinion. $10 for a tackle box, even though it is canvas, which isn't my first preference. I don't mind because it actually seems pretty thick. Other stuff, I found these sitting on a dock one day. The stringer was a hand-me-down from my dad. I know not everybody's going to get stringers as hand-me-downs. I found this spool of fishing line just sitting on the beach, or not the beach, but the shoreline. These are just some empty containers. I basically went through my old tackle box, which is that, I gotta zoom in, which is that beast, and I emptied it out. And I put it all into this because I like this one a little bit better. Anyways, that's the top flap. That's what's in there. The side flap is where the magic happens. You drop that down and you've got 3 removable tackle holders. I've got my forceps and my pliers for getting hooks out. These were both free. Most people have an extra plier sitting around. I have no idea how I obtained these. Probably stole them out of my grandpa or my dad's fishing tackle box or out of their boat. Don't know. It's been a long time. I haven't really gone through my fishing gear since I was a kid. But in here you can see there's all sorts of hooks. Let me set this over here. I'm with limited space because my reloading bench is a mess. But yeah, you can get a package of hooks like that for about $2. As you see, I have all sorts of different sizes. Different sizes are for different fish. Largemouth, smallmouth, I got little fingernail clippers that, I just kind of obtained somehow. Got an extra spool of fishing line, boatload of sinkers, some slip knots for bobber fishing, a couple treble hooks. The only thing I bought out of this was those fish hooks and then these packages of sinkers. Everything else I either found or was given to me by my dad, grandpa, uncles, all that fun stuff. Same thing with bobbers. Bobbers are the easiest thing to find because they fucking float. They're just sitting on the top, and sometimes back in a cove, usually on like the southeast side, you can go into a little cove, and if it's shallow enough, you can go wading and pull out some bobbers. That's how I've obtained all of these. These are all ones that I just saw floating in coves and picked up. So those were all free. Oh god, this last one's going to be hard to get out. This is not a complete tackle set yet, guys. I'm working on it still. It is going to be my summer goal to get this worked out and have a basically complete tackle box. I don't know where I got a lot of these little jigs, these little rubber dudes, but they were all free to me. I never spent a penny on them. My dad maybe got them and gave them to me because I was like, oh, it looks like a little fishy. And, you know, as a kid, you like playing with stuff, and squishy stuff is 10 times cooler than not squishy stuff. So I think they would just, you know, give us packages of fishing lures and stuff like that so we could play with them. All these jigs I found on the beaches or attached to string hanging out of trees. Little Daredevil, got a bunch of little more squishy shits. Basically, though, each package of these things is going to be 20 bucks or less. So you could actually put together a very mild tackle box, I believe, for $20 or less. Especially if you do garage sales. This last year I went to a bunch of garage sales and I saw a lot of fishing poles, which were, you know, probably $12 or $13 for the pole itself, usually with a full spindle of string on it. I don't think I have anything in my side pouches. That has a bunch of bags. I guess I've never really opened that pouch. I don't know what these are fucking for. Maybe they're just for your squishy baits, and they're on hooks in here too, so I guess that's kind of nifty. I can put sandwiches in there. I can put sandwiches in my tackle box. Fuck yeah. Oh, I think I put something in one of these side pockets. I had to have. Oh, yeah. I'm going to stock this little tackle box and put it in my camping kit just as kind of a beginner but an easy put together tackle box with some sinkers, a couple hooks, nothing too extensive in here. Maybe a fire starter and have this be like a little emergency kit or something like that. Who knows? So many options when you have all sorts of little compartments and shit. So anyways, that's another episode of Prepping for $20 or less. Fishing gear, it gives you food, it gets you out in nature. You'll learn so much just by sitting out there. And this is kind of an homage to my G-Pa. I love him to death. I don't know if that's the proper term to use, but I do. And he could just sit on a deck for hours with or without a fishing pole, or a dock, I should say. And he kind of taught me my appreciation for nature. So get you guys some fishing gear, go catch you some fish. And maybe, I guess, some of the things I still need to get are a fillet knife. Definitely need a fillet knife. More bobbers. Need to get more bobbers. Need to practice my knot tying. I can't remember how to tie a frickin' fish knot, so that's pretty pathetic of me. But yeah, fillet knife. When I get a fillet knife, and maybe if I catch some fish, I'll do a video on how to fillet your general panfish. Pretty simple to do. Gonna get a little messy, but that's fine. Anyways, video has drug on for a little bit longer than I wanted to, as they always do. I appreciate you watching, and stay tuned for another $20, or Prepping for $20 or less. Thanks. I'm out.